Hello everybody, Lord Andrew Stardust here, and today it's a little different. I know, right here we're in the middle of where our Let's Plays are, but today isn't a Let's Play video. No. Today is going to be our first official Pokemon Talk video. And this is going to be discussing all the new info released about Pokemon Sword and Shield. First off, we're going to skip all about the starters. We're going to go primarily to my top 3 parts, which would be Dynamax, that's what we're going to call it, Dynamax, the new open world style, and the legendaries. Start off with Dynamax. Dynamax looks really cool because you can make Pokemon giant. And when they showed off Raichu and they showed off all the other Pokemon, I was like, yeah, no, that looks pretty cool. And then I'm like, but is it... I mean, I like it a lot better than Z moves. And as much as it's sort of like just totem Pokemon on a bigger scale, I kind of like how it also ties into the multiplayer events that they're going to put into the game. And I feel like that's really going to be a really good benefit for the whole game as a whole. Because normally in video game Pokemon, the multiplayer is really, you kind of feel like it's separated from the main game. Like you have to go somewhere else. And even X and Y, when they had the PSS, so you can see right there, it always felt out of the way. And I never really liked how it felt out of the way. It was never really, that good, just have it feel out of the way. So, really adding in Dynamax, putting in all that multiplayer things will actually really bring more people together. That was very smart. Now, I am excited to see what Dynamax will look like, if that counts for Primal Groudon, how Dynamax is going to work, a lot of other things, but I'm actually excited to see it. Next off, the open world. The open world in the new region looks really good. When I say good, I mean really good. Like, I really liked it. The way you can encounter Pokemon, it's better than Let's Go, because Let's Go basically, oh, you see a Pokemon there, oh, look, because it's very easy to find. This one, it does pop up. However, Sun and Moon was already leading us to that. We already had a few things where we could run into wild Pokemon. And I like it better because it's the console version of the game. So the world is a lot bigger, and I feel like that makes the game better. Okay, like, I can spend more hours in Sword and Shield as it is with the content now than in the content in Pokemon X. Now, I can make the age-old argument, oh, the Switch is blah, blah, blah. The Switch has some pretty good games. The problem was, I don't know, I never really got into the Switch, and now it's like, because originally I was like, oh, I'm only going to buy the Switch for the G7 Pro remake, because I really didn't see the potential of what a new game could bring. However, my mind changed. Dynamax looks pretty cool, but there's a lot of other things you really gotta, look into while playing it. Oh, look at my DS wants to start flashing. Oh, that flash, you know what that means. So, this is our very last part, the legendaries. This is gonna tie the whole video together. Basically, the legendaries in the game were awesome, okay? Now, if you guys have watched the trailer, you may have noticed that, the Pokemon with the sword in his mouth, I forget the exact name, he was about to hit the guy with the shield, and then at the very end, they both fighting together. Now, my theory is that at the very end, they could be fighting, which would be the third legendary. For example, you know how they had Necrozma when they had Solgaleo and Lunala for Sun and Moon, Older Sun and Moon, and they had Necrozma for Necrozma, Necrozma, however you want to call it. As the third legendary, I think it's pretty much going to be like that. I'm not sure who this new legendary is going to be, but already the Sword and Shield Pokemon look pretty awesome, and they kind of do look like the 3 cats from Gold and Silver. The 3 dog things. Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Originally, I was like, oh, those are just knockoffs. So I had to really look at it, and I'm like, actually, this is really interesting, because before, we never really had a Pokemon. Like, I'm really interested in this, and Pokemon with the sword in its mouth. Like, is the sword an accessory? Can he make the sword himself? Will he be able to use moves that throw swords? What will his moveset be? Like, these are the questions I really want to ask, and I'm really excited for it, because I really wanted to learn a lot about these characters. Alright. well, this is basically the end of my talking piece. So yeah, I hope I'm gonna bring new coverage about all things, Pokemon later on, as we get new information for the Galar region and Sword and Shield. I will release that. Yeah, so please like and subscribe for more content, and see you guys later. Peace.